Are you hearing that the foreign buyer ban will fix the housing crisis? Here's a reality: it may be making things worse, killing pre sales, stalling construction, shrinking the very supply of homes we desperately need. Here's a bigger question: if the problem isn't that we are building enough homes, why would we push away the very capital that helps get those homes off the ground? Hey there, it's Andy Schulhorn McDonald Realty. For over 30 years, I've been helping families buy and sell homes here in the Langleys and Fraser Valley. What I've seen lately are a lot of knee jerk reactions to our housing issues. At the federal level, Canada has a law called the Prohibition of the Purchase of Residential Property by Non Canadians Act. It bans most foreign nationals from buying homes and condos in Canada until 2027. Here in BC, we already have a multiple layers of protection: a 20% foreign buyer tax, a speculation and vacancy tax, which is going up to 3% for foreign owners. In Vancouver, a separate empty homes tax, also at 3%. So the question isn't whether we have enough regulation. The question is whether we slam the door shut when we already have a system of toll booths in place. We're hearing a lot about tariffs lately. Countries use them to protect their steel industries, car manufacturing, and even to secure their food supplies. At its core, a tariff is just another kind of toll booth. You can still buy, but you're going to pay that premium. And that's precisely what BC's 20% foreign buyer tax is: a toll booth for housing. Here's a key difference: with a tariff, the market stays open, just more expensive. With the federal ban, Ottawa didn't build a toll booth, they slammed that gate shut. In Vancouver, foreign ownership peaked at around 7, maybe 8% of homes, higher for condos. After BC introduced the 20% tax, foreign buying, it dropped fast. UBC research found that the tax trimmed prices by about 6% in areas most affected. After that, however, prices climbed again. They skyrocketed. They took off. The bigger issue wasn't foreign money. It was, and always has been, about supply. Here's why it matters. For a new condo to even get off the ground, developers need to pre-sell 60 to 70% of the units. Only then will the banks release financing. Historically, many of these early buyers were foreign nationals. Here's something that most people don't realize. Pre-sales usually don't attract families. Why? Because most families can't, or don't want to, wait 3 or more years to move in. They want to move in 3 months. Pre-sales are geared towards investors, people who are willing to take the risk of what the market might look like years down the road. That risk, it doesn't always pay off. Think of those who bought a pre-sale a couple of years ago, back when prices were swinging wildly upward, and they paid a premium. Now, today, they're facing a very different reality. Financing costs have jumped, interest rates have climbed. Today's pricing is much lower than what they agreed to. For some, that means they're struggling to qualify a completion, or even taking a loss if they try to assign the unit. Without those investors, foreign or domestic, developers can't meet the pre-sale percentage the banks require. Without financing, projects stall before they even break ground. Today, let's take a look and see what's happening. The Vancouver Sun just reported pre-sales in Metro Vancouver are down almost 40%. The consequence? Developers can't get financing. What does that mean? Fewer cranes in the sky, fewer construction jobs, fewer homes for Canadian families in the years ahead. It's ironic. We banned foreign money for affordability. The result? Supply slowed. Affordability is slipping even further away. Did foreign buyers push up the market? Yes, they did, a bit. The real story, though, is that the issue isn't demand, it's supply. Even our elected officials are now admitting that. We simply aren't building enough homes to keep up. That's the root of the crisis. Policies like the foreign buyer ban miss the mark totally. They focus on demand when the real challenge, again I'll say, is supply. Think of housing like farming. If we want more crops, we need more seeds. In real estate, capital is that seed money. Foreign buyers in pre-sales, they're not just speculating, they're helping us get buildings financed. That creates jobs, it adds rental and ownership options, it grows supply. Cut off that capital, and we shrink the harvest. That's what we're seeing, a knee-jerk reaction. The pendulum keeps swinging from one extreme to the other, from a wide open market to a closed market. This solution isn't an all or nothing. We need balance. Instead of a total ban, let's go back to the toll booth model. Adjust the foreign buyer tax, capture revenue for housing programs, keep that capital flowing so that projects get built. That's how we create stability, not wild swings from one extreme to the other. Hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more weekly updates. Ring that bell. And if you want to share your thoughts, do you think the ban helped or is it hurting supply? I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. And if you want to talk about how these policies are affecting your real estate plans, whether you're buying, selling, or want to invest, you can book a time that's most convenient to you by using that link below. So I just want to say in closing, thanks for dropping by. Have a great day, and I look forward to meeting with you real soon.